By the end of this video, you'll know the 4 practical steps that you need to follow in order to properly start selling on Amazon in the UAE and Saudi Arabia. That's after you register your account on Amazon, how you can list products, and how you can create valuable product pages that get customers excited to buy your products. At the Amazon Sellers Society, we are an Amazon certified service provider, and we've been supporting sellers just like you on Amazon in the Middle East since 2019. If you want some one-on-one support with our programs or a la carte services, then all you need to do is to check out our website, definitely after you watch this video till the very end, and go to our website www.assmiddleeast.org. You'll also find all of the details and the links in the description box of this video. My name is Crystal, and let's get started. A lot of sellers think that the hardest part of selling on Amazon is actually registering the seller account. It actually is not. The hardest part is convincing customers to buy your product. But if you're still in the section of wanting to register your Amazon seller account, we have a full video updated for 2026. I will add it in the description box of this video. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about 4 separate stages. Number 1, listing your products. Number 2, working on the product detail page. Number 3, deciding on your fulfillment or delivery method. And number 4, utilizing Amazon's growth opportunity to improve and increase your sale and skyrocket to the moon. Let's get started with step number 1, which is listing your product. In order to sell any product on Amazon, well, you technically need to list it or to add it into Amazon's catalog. Now, as a seller, you need to understand whether or not you are going to be creating a brand new listing or you're going to be utilizing an existing listing on Amazon. The difference would be you selling your own product under your own private label or simply wholesaling or reselling existing products on Amazon. Each and every one of those methods have a separate and unique criteria that you need to follow, but generally in this video you need to basically understand. Now, it's important to understand that if you want to use the PL, meaning you want to create your own listing, which I think most of you watching the channel are interested to do because that's all I talk about, then you need to have a GTIN, meaning you need to have a barcode like a UPC or EAN, or you need to be eligible to actually ask for a GTIN exemption. Actually creating a listing or a product page on Amazon has never been easier. I wanted to show you where you would actually add the external product ID, or what we call the barcode. As you can see here, if I remove this, then you could actually add an ASIN, or you can add a UPC, EAN, or GTIN. If you have none of those, then you can toggle this and say, this product does not have a product ID. It's important to understand that you cannot, well, this option isn't available for all categories, but it is available for the majority of categories. It's also important to understand that the options that we saw before, the ASIN, UPC, EAN, or GTIN, you cannot create those numbers, nor can you buy them from a third-party website anymore. If you want to purchase a UPC in an EAN or a GTIN, it has to be from the official GS1 website for the country that you are selling in. Step number 2, build a product page that actually converts. So the easy part is listing the product basically, but now comes what you need to add into your product page in order to provide the customers all the information that they need in order to decide to buy your product, basically to feel confident in purchasing your product. And here is where you need to put all of your energy and all of your focus, because it's important to know that by simply having an Amazon seller account, that doesn't mean you're going to start generating sales. Having a fantastic 10/10 product page is what is going to get you to succeed. So Amazon itself says sellers need to focus on creating product pages that convert and provide confidence. You need to work on things like the right keywords to add into your title, your bullet points, and your product description. And most importantly, you need to work on providing images that provide all of the information to the customers, basically answering the customers' questions to why they should be buying your product, or is it really worth it to buy your product. Remember, if a product page is weak, Even traffic and advertising will not save it. The details of your product page are equally as important. The item name, which is the title, browse nodes, which are related to the category, item highlights, which are your bullet points. It's very important to create a product page that has all of the information for the customer to convert. As you can see here, a very thorough title that contains important keywords, but also contains what the product is all about. Very important to add all of these, what we call key features or bullet points on Amazon. And most importantly, it's important to add the highest quality images possible. The images inside of your product page should not be there just to explain the product, but they should be there to actually convert regular customers for them to feel interested enough to purchase your product. This product, Medicube, does a fantastic job at that. If you notice, they use a lot of before and after, because that would be one of the main reasons why somebody would not purchase the product, as maybe they don't believe that the product will be performing well. So it's important to understand why a customer wouldn't purchase the product and fix those issues via your product page. And most importantly, via visuals, meaning your images. Step number 3, choose a fulfillment model that supports the sale. Again, I have a full in-depth video about FBA versus easy ship versus self-ship. I will basically add the link in the description box of this video if you want more in-depth information. But quickly, FBA is where you send inventory over to Amazon. Amazon stores it. When a customer orders, Amazon will pick, pack, deliver, take care of everything, all logistics, helping you as a seller focus on the things that make you money, which is marketing and coming up with ideas to get customers to purchase your product and not have to hire an entire team to do your logistics for you. Plus the benefits of doing FBA. And that's why it is, frankly, the most selected option out of the 3. The benefits of FBA is that customers would get your products within 6 hours, so meaning same day, and they do not pay for delivery, 2 things that customers really like. The other options also, both of them under what we call the FBM method, or fulfillment by merchant, merchant being you. The easy ship, basically the product stays with you. When the customer orders the product, it's on you to pick, pack, prep the order, and then the Amazon team will come and pick up the order and deliver it over to the customer. The customer doesn't get the product same day. The customer has to pay for delivery. And then finally, self-ship basically means that you do the same thing as easy ship, but then you send the product through a third party. Mostly the number 1 method that most sellers use, and it does make a very big difference if it is FBA, and then the second option would be easy ship. Very rarely would Amazon approve for you to do self-ship. Let's look at the different models, FBA versus FBM, mostly easy ship. So if we were to look at basically the selling fees, you will notice that there are fulfillment models. So if we click on fulfillment fees, we will understand FBA fees. Obviously, Amazon provides you the FBA, which is a fantastic model, but it doesn't provide it free of charge, unfortunately. Then you've got the easy ship, giving you further information about all of the details. And then you've got self-ship, which is a little bit difficult, as Amazon wants you to send the products not yourself, even though it's called self-ship, but through third-party carriers. And Amazon doesn't always allow you to do self-ship. Easy ship being the better option if you want to do FBM. Now remember, the fulfillment method that you choose shouldn't just be something that you choose. You should take into consideration the fulfillment method actually affects the speed of the delivery, the customer expectation and motivation, and the workload on you as a business owner. Step number 4, use Amazon's growth tools. And that's by creating discounts in terms of coupons, discounting, adding deals, and also most importantly, by creating ads. Ads get you more visibility on the Amazon platform. That's why there's no way that you can launch a new product, specifically if it's a private label product, if you do not advertise. And discounting, coupons, discounts are things that you should do. Of course, I have so many videos around these topics, so I'm gonna add all of the links in the description box of the video. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, you leave me a thumbs up on this video, and comment in the comments section the word sell you'll be eligible to win a consultation call with me where I talked about everything related to Amazon and I answer your questions directly. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.